Hello and welcome to this morning's lesson, which is on best buys. Okay, you might see some questions like this come quite regularly on in the GCSE questions, but also in real life as well. I'm just going to crack on and have a go at some questions. So let's have a look at this one first of all. Remember to get this down in your book or your notes because the best way of learning maths is to do it. Okay. So, a supermarket sells muffins in boxes of different quantities. The boxes are available. So there's a pack of 2, which is £3.80, and there's a pack of 14, which is £7.80. Which box of muffins is the better value for money? Now, the first thing I'm going to say with this is you cannot just guess. You're not going to get any marks for that. You have to show the examiner the proof of how you got there. So let's have a look at both of these. Now the best way to do both of these is to always find out something which is of equivalent value. You know, you can either break that down to 1. In this case, you can break that 14 down to 2 packs. It's completely up to you how you do it as long as you prove it to the examiner. I'll show you 2 ways for this one. So remember to get this question down in your notes. Okay, so the first one here, we've got a pack of 2. A pack of 2, and that's equal to £3.80. And we've got a pack of 14, which is equal to £7.80. So, with these two, I'm just going to fix that a little bit there. With these two here, I'm going to show you 2 methods with this. So the first thing I'm going to show is breaking it always down to 1 pack. Now to break it down to 1 pack, it might be a little bit easier for you. Well, if I've got 2 packs, the price of 1 pack is going to be divided by 2, divided by 2. I'm going to do this on my calculator for now. Sometimes this does come up on non-calculator. So £3.80 divided by 2. So, I should say 1 pack is equal to £1.90. Pack of. Okay, so to find 1 pack here, I need to divide this by 14. To divide by 14, divide by 14. So £7.80 divided by 14, in this case, is equal to 55p. So that's much cheaper. So the actual answer here is 0.55714. But obviously we know that if it's money, we can only round to 2 decimal places. So this needs to be 0.5. Well, this is greater than, this 7 is 5 or above. So I'm going to round that up, which is going to be 56. Okay. So which pack is cheaper? Well, a pack of 14 is cheaper. You've got to make sure you say that at the end. You do get a mark for that there. Okay. Alright. So I'll show you another way. That would be enough. That would be plenty for this question. I will show you another way. Now, with this one, it might be a little harder to spot because you've already got a pack of 2 here, which we know is equal to £3.80. And if I've got a pack of 14, which is equal to £7.80, to find a pack of 2, I can divide this by 7. So if I divide this by 7, I end up with a pack of 2. If I divide this by 7, £7.80 divided by 7, which is equal to, notice here again, it's 1.11428. So round that there is going to be equal to £1.11. So again, you're showing there that the pack of 14 is cheaper. Brilliant. So there's two ways of doing that then. There's actually several ways you could, if you want to, times this one by 7 to find out how much this would be for a pack of 17. There's lots of different ways. I've just showed you two there, just as a quick example. Okay, let's have a look now at the next question. So this one is very, very, very similar. Two supermarkets, Be Fresh and Fresh Co, both sell Super Soup. Each sells multi-packs of different quantities. So Be Fresh is 3 tins at £1.70 and Fresh & Co is 8 tins at £2.30. So I'm going to show you both ways of doing this. There's two ways of doing this. One which is like a non-calculator way and another way which is a calculator way. With the calculator way, again, make sure you're getting this down in your book. Make sure you're writing down. If you need to pause. I'll just make that big for you so you can see it. Okay, with the calculator way, I can't spell today, With the calculator way, what we need to do is, the simplest way is to find out how much 1 tin will cost of each of these. So 3 tins is equal to £1.70 over here. What's that for? That's Be Fresh. And we've got Fresh & Co, which in this case is 8 tins, which is equal to £2.30. So with both of these, you can find out how much 1 tin costs. So divide by 3. So 1 tin is equal to £1.70. £1.70 divided by 3, which in this case is equal to 0.56 recurrence, so 0.57. And this one here, you're going to divide by 8. And divide by 8. So 1 tin for this one is going to be equal to this £2.30 divided by 8, which in this case is equal to it's actually 287, so that's going to be 29. Okay, so we can see there that Fresh & Co, we need to say this, that Fresh Co is cheaper. So that's the way to do it if you've got a calculator. Now, a lot of the times these kind of questions come up on non-calculator. So I'm just going to show you how to do that as well. Now, with a non-calculator method, you can divide this by 3 using the bus stop method if you want. Okay, you can do that. However, another way to do this is to find a lowest common multiple of 3 and 8 tins. So the number that 3 and 8 go into. So you've got to do your 3 times table. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Okay, I'm going to stop there. And 8 is going to be 8, 16, 24. Okay, so they both go into 24. So that's the lowest common multiple of both of these. So what do I need to times this by to get 24 tins? Well, I'm actually going to times by this 8. So times by 8 here to get 24 tins. And this one here to get 24, I need to times by 3. Times by 3, times by 3. If I times this one by 8, I get 24 tins. Now I've got to times this one by 8. Now you can use the Chinese method, you can use the column method, whichever method you like to multiply by. I prefer to use the Chinese method. So we split it up there, bottom left, top right, bottom left, top right, bottom left, top right, £1.70 and 3. So 0 times by 3 is 0, 7 times by 3 is 21, 1 times by 3 is 3. So notice, if you've not seen the Chinese script, from bottom left to top right, bottom left, top right, bottom left, top right. You then multiply these and you're adding up diagonally, starting with this bottom left triangle. So it's 0, 1 and 0 is 1, 2 and 3 is 5, and then the 0 at the end. And because I've got 2 decimal places in here, I need 2 decimal places in here. So this is equal to £5 10p. So with this one here, I'm timesing both sides by 3. So 3 times by 8 is equal to 24 tins. So I've got to times this £2.30 by 8. Again, it's going to be 3 by 1. Bottom left, top right, bottom left, top right, bottom left, top right. £2.30, ignoring the decimal place at first. Times by 3 in this case. I've made a silly mistake here, haven't I? This one here, I've made a silly mistake. This one here should be times by 8. Well done if you spotted that at home. Silly Mr. Adams. So, let's do this down here so you can see it. So, bottom left, top right, bottom left, top right, bottom left, top right. £1.70 times by 8. Silly Billy. 0 times 8 is 0. 7 times 8 is 56. 1 times 8 is equal to 8. Again, starting from this bottom triangle, always add diagonally like this. So it's going to be 0, 6. 5 plus 8 is equal to 13. So 3 carry the 1. And then 1 and 0 is equal to 1. How many decimal places have I got? I've got 2 decimal places, so I need 2 decimal places. So it's actually £13.60. So we all make mistakes. So 0 times by 3 is 0. 3 times by 3 is 909. 2 times by 3 is 606. Adding diagonally, 0. 0 plus 9 is 9. 0 plus 6 is 6. 0 at the end. So we've got this diagonal, and this diagonal. Put 2 decimal places in, so I need 2 decimal places with that. So this one here is £6.90. So again, we've noticed that Fresh Co is cheaper. Well done if you spotted that little mistake at home. Glad I spotted it. Alright, brilliant. So make sure you get both of those techniques down because they're really important. This is the calculator way, which is quite easy. This is non-calculator way. Again, you could use the bus stop method for this. Alright? And you could use column multiplication for this. Doesn't matter which method you use. Okay, let's have a look now at our next question. So, this one's a little bit trickier now. Zach needs 207 nails. There are 2 shops near him. Hardware Depot, which is 40 nails at £3.10, and Building Supplies, which is at 9p each per nail. For the lowest price, where should he buy from? Okay, so this one's here's a little bit trickier. So we've got 2 stores here. Remember to get this down. Remember, the only way to learn maths is to do it. So Zach needs 207 nails. Okay, that's how much he needs. At Hardware Depot, so Hardware he has 40 nails and they are £3.10 per pack. And at building supplies, it is 1 nail is equal to 9p. Now the problem with Hardware Depot is that you can only buy 40 nails at a time. So actually you've got to buy too many nails to compensate for this 207. So what you've got to look at here is how many packs do I need to buy so it's over this amount. So the best way to do this is to I know it's quite difficult, but you can do the 40 times table. So do the 4 times table, put a 0 on. So 40, 80, 12, 120, 16, 160, 200, 240. So there you need, I think that my hands are the wrong way around, aren't they? There you need 6 lots of packs to get over the 207. So I need to times this by 6, times this by 6, so that'd be 240 nails, which is equal to £3.10 times by 6, which is equal to £18.60p. Now, this is 1 nail is 9p. The problem with that is that this is 9p. So the first thing I'm going to write here is that 1 nail is equal to 0.9 in pounds, because this is already in pounds. If I want to find out how much this is, I need to times by the amount of nails which I want, which in this case is times by 207, times by 207. So 1 nail times 207 is 207 nails, which is what I want. And then this one, 0.09 times by 207, which is equal to £18.63p. So, looking at this, even though you've bought more nails from this, it's still cheaper. So actually we need to say that Hardware Depot is cheaper. Remember, you should have that down in your notes. I'm going to keep saying it, but the only way to learn maths is to do it. Okay, let's have a look at one more question, and then I'll give you the opportunity to have a go at some. So, Lee's going out with his friends and needs to book a taxi. He's rang 3 taxi companies and received the following quotes. Quick Cab is £9.70 for an 18-mile journey. Drive on time is £15.50 for a 25-mile journey. Corey Cars is £12.50 for a 5-mile journey. Which company gives you the best value? Make sure that is down in your book. That is example 4. If you need to pause, then pause. Okay, let's have a go at these then. So I'm going to break my page up into 3. So we've got Quick Cab, we've got Drive on Time, and we've got Corey's Cabs. So it's, I need to write this one a little bit smaller. £9.70 is 18 miles. We've got £15.50, which is equal to 25 miles. And we've got £12.50, which is equal to 5 miles. So, the best thing to do with this is to find out the cost per mile. Okay, you can, if you want, go down to find out a particular amount. But I think if we've got a calculator, the best thing to do is to find out how much 1 mile is going to cost. So with this one, I'm going to be dividing by 18 to find 1 mile. Let's do that now then. So 18 divided by 18 is 1 mile. That's the whole point. And then £9.70 divided by 18 is equal to 0.538 recurring. I'll just show you that there. So we're going to round that, so the 0.53888 to 2 decimal places. This is an 8, so it rounds up. So this is going to be £0.54, 54p. This one here, we need to divide by 25, divide by 25. 25 divided by 25 is equal to 1 mile, that's the whole point. £15.50 divided by 25 is equal to 0.62. So with this one here, last one, I need to divide by 5, divide by 5. This divided by 5 is 1 mile. This divided by 5 is £12.50 divided by 5, which is equal to, it's really expensive, that one. So £12.50 divided by 5, which is equal to £2.50 per mile. Alright, so we can clearly see that quick cabs is the cheapest, but we do need to make sure that we say that quick cab is the cheapest. Brilliant. Alright, so let's have a go at some of these questions now. I'm going to put some on here. Here are some questions. I'm going to zoom in for you, so pause these and have a go at these 5 here. I'll give you a second to pause. And then I am going to show you the answers. So you should have unpaused by now. There's the answers. Make sure you're marking those in green. Make sure you're doing all of these questions in your book. And have a lovely day. Hope you're all staying safe.